guys, welcome back to Rumi's Life, or welcome if you're new, and today I'll be going over how I made my first 50k. You guys are probably like, wait, are you fixing your car again, part 2? Well, no, I just thought this would be like the best angle and best lighting and the best background, because like, you know, my house is a little bit messy right now, so. But anyways, if you guys saw how I bought a house at age 20 video, you guys know that I saved over 50k while being a 20-year-old college student in undergrad. And yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions about how I was able to save that much. So let's just dive in and let's go over how I made money and then how I saved 50k. So yeah, let's just dive right in. I definitely do think I'm in a very fortunate situation because my school actually pays me a little bit of money to go to school. So not only did they cover for tuition, but they also cover for, you know, food expenses and like housing. So if I kept my housing low, then I can pocket more money, and that's one of the reasons I was able to save so much money. So after my freshman year, I stayed in a dorm, so they just, although I got a little bit of refund, it's not as much as like my year 2 or year 3. So like after my sophomore year, I think I made about a $5,700, like $5,800 in refund for housing as well as food. But then because I kept my housing low, I think for my sophomore year, my housing was like $645 a month, and this semester my housing is $450 a month. You can just do the math here, but you can definitely see how, like, if they gave me like $5,700 per semester, it's about like almost 12k per year. I can definitely save a lot if I cut back on housing and cut back on food. So that's about $17,000 right there. And then I also got miscellaneous scholarships from like my Chinese department, math department, stuff like that. So that adds up to like another $2,000 or so. So yeah, I definitely do think I'm very, very fortunate because not only do I get free education, but I also am fortunate enough that they pay me to go to school. But let me tell you guys a really funny story real quick. So right before my freshman year of college, I actually got in a car accident. I mean, it's not really that bad, but like I used to walk to my work because, you know, save money, save gas money, you know. Also, you get exercise in. It was like a win-win-win situation. But then this one day was rainy and my phone actually got a phone damage. But then I still had to go to Chicago for work. So I actually just took my mom's car because my mom's car was bigger. So it can handle highways a little bit better than my small car. And I also was using my mom's old phone, which doesn't have any cell service, just for emergencies, because I knew that I could connect it to a Wi-Fi if I really needed to. But then, like, again, I was used to going to Chicago all the time for work during my high school year, so like for me it was like normal. But coming back from Chicago, so I live in Indiana if you guys don't know already, but I saw that one of the road was closed, so I couldn't exit at my normal exit. Then I saw a sign that says, "Oh, welcome to Michigan," and I was like, I don't live in Michigan, so something's up. So then I like turned around and there was like a little pole that I hit, and I don't think it was that bad. It was a little dent and it was a little bit white, but my mom got so mad at me that she made me pay for the whole door, and it was an electric door, so they had to buy the door, replace all the wiring, so it ended up being like $5,000. And then I also had to get a new phone, so it's like all my money basically. So all the money I saved from age 15 basically kind of vanished in one weekend. I mean, thinking back, I think but then after that my mom got full coverage for her car. So a little funny tip right here is that I also lied to my mom at the time. I said I got in a hit and run, but you know, I told her later that it was actually just me freaking not knowing how to freaking drive, not knowing how to turn around, and getting lost in freaking Michigan for some odd reason. But yeah, so I'm gonna start this journey off my freshman year of college because I basically had no money going into freshman year of college. If you guys haven't seen my 10 jobs I have video, you definitely should, because it'll give you a little bit more background on what I do. So from like August to December of 2018, when I first started college, I made about $2,500 from gymnastics, judging gymnastic competitions, consulting gymnastics and whatnot. And I made about $120 from the SRSC, which is our recreational sports center where I teach group exercise, because I was first getting trained freshman year, first semester of college. And then during the second semester of college, I started getting more classes for the recreational sports center, so I made about $600 total, and then I made about another like $3,800 from gymnastics. Again, I'm telling you, like, gymnastics is a good gig, especially for a college student, because it's only weekends, right? But you're still getting paid, like, most minimal is like $18 an hour, but because I started when I was 16, so I moved up quite fast, and I was making like over 20 an hour, and there'll be some weekends where I would work like 14-hour Friday, 14-hour Saturday, 14-hour Sunday. So like that one weekend I could make like easily like 800, 900, like $1,000 in one weekend. So yeah, honestly a really great gig. And then they pay for your food, they pay for your travel, they pay for your hotels. So it's like, ooh, just definitely watch that other video. I explain more in depth about that later in that video. And I made about another like 1,300 or so doing restaurant work. So that's including delivery services as well as at the restaurant, because every single time I come home for winter break or any break, like even if it's like 1-2 days, they make me work. So I did that. So I made like another 1,200. So sophomore year of college, I actually made about $3,000 and $340 from my school, because I not only did I teach group exercise at my school, I also tutored. I also was a TA for fine art. You can see the whole video right there about my 9 jobs. But because I added like so many more to my IU job collection, that I made about 3,300 from my school. And at that time, first semester of sophomore year, I started teaching tumbling at a dance school, so that's another about like 1,000 or so. For sophomore year of college, first semester of college, I made about 2,500. And again, restaurants and delivery added up to like another 2,000. So second semester sophomore year, this is when pandemic hit. Everyone was kind of dying, but the good thing is my job still continued like online. And if you want to see my 80-hour workday video, you can see it right there. But I grinded every single day during pandemic, like from like March to like mid-August. I worked 7 days a week from morning to night. And it's one of those jobs where you don't get paid by hour, you get paid by day. So no matter if we ended at 9 or if we ended at 12, it's the same. I don't know if that's legal, but anyways, either way, I made about like 3,300 or so every month, working every single day from morning to night for 7 hours a week. And then so that added up to like another $10,800 in total in combination with deliveries I was doing. And right before pandemic hit, I obviously had my gymnastic thing, which is another like 2,000 or so. So it was so sad last semester, because I was actually supposed to judge a state competition, chief judge, which means I was the one in charge. I mean, chief judge, yeah, obviously. So it would have been such a cool experience for me to judge one of my first state and to be a chief judge of the state. But, you know, obviously that got canceled. It's okay, I still got to judge one state meet right before the order came in. I still had so many cool opportunities I didn't get to do. But it's okay, I'm not complaining, because I continued to like tutor online and whatnot. When we were quarantined, they did still keep paying us like substitute pay, which isn't as much, but it's still good. I still made like close to $5,000 from my school. And lastly, dance was like another $600 or so. So that's how I made like over $50,000. And then you guys are wondering, so how much was your expense? Well, I'm actually planning on making a how much did I spend in 2020 video. It will be linked right here. It will probably be posted later this month, but my expenses are pretty low. Like other than my housing, my second biggest category is gas, obviously. But half of it is reimbursed through my work, and half of it is I can write it off my taxes because I DoorDash, and like most of my gas money is already paid for or is tax deductible, or I can write it off on Schedule C when I do taxes, so that's pretty darn good. Third biggest category is my groceries, and obviously I coupon, and I also just okay, this is like also really kind of weird, but when I judge gymnastic competitions on the weekend, I would actually like sneak some snacks home so I don't have to buy that much snacks. And generally I avoided going to eat out. And what's great about like when we were quarantined from like April to August is that I just ate at the restaurant, so I didn't have any groceries, any like food expenses at all. And it's like when you're there like over 12 hours a day, like you don't want to do anything else but work. So then I actually ended up not going out, not like it sounds kind of awful, not gonna lie, but you saved a lot of money that way. I think that month, other than rent, I literally didn't spend any money because I could walk to work. So beautiful life, living that dream, making money, not spending money. So that's what happened like April, May. So that was a really good push to get me to where I am right now. I think one of the things that separate me from other people is that fact that I am very intentional about where my money goes. So if I spend money, it's for a purpose, whether it's like to make others happy, or whether to make me happy, whether it's like contribute to my future. I try not to have too many discretionary spendings like buying clothes, buying earrings, buying makeup and stuff like that. I'm just very intentional about how my money is allocated, and that's one of the reasons I was able to save so much money while still having fun. So, you know, if you want to save money and have fun, that's totally possible. Okay, so I just totally realized I didn't include any of my miscellaneous income, but like I still reached 5K, 50K without it. So I hope you guys got a good idea of how I made 50K. And I still had like about like 10K every single year in expenses, or over 10K every year in expenses. So I guess you can say my miscellaneous earnings, such as like, you know, like doing surveys, participating in studies, you know, doing like little consulting stuff here and there. And my credit card business, where like for the referrals, every single time people sign up using my referral on those Discover videos, I make $25 every single time you guys use the link on the referral link. So other than that, and also it doesn't include any of my private tutoring, stuff like that. So well, I hope you guys subscribe, because I know I say this every single video, but I'm gonna be so consistent this year. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Bye.